cut this that you won't go to jail at least for tonight. Because even if these warrants come back and they're not good because of your priors, because you're on probation, I can't just release you with a summons. It will have to be jail tonight.
On June 23rd, 2025, officers responded to a Walmart theft report in what appeared to be a routine retail fraud call. What made this encounter legally significant was not the theft itself, but every decision made after it.
She had told her to come over to watch the kids, and she kept walking out the doors and tried to stop her.
Okay. So did she ask you to watch the kids? She didn't just like walk off?
She pointed to the kids, so I'm assuming that was come watch the kids, but I did not hear what she was saying when she left.
I did.
Gotcha.
Over there, this is adult conversations, not y'all.
Yep, it sounds like she has a lot of theft history based on what we found. So, what's your plan? Are you gonna take them back to
I
the
will
house,
take them
or?
with me. I'm not gonna abandon them.
Yeah, we're fine with releasing them to you as long as we can have her verbally say that. So otherwise, they're gonna have to go with Children's Services.
I'm not letting them go with children.
If we can't get a hold of her, we have to have actual permission.
Now, you know she's not coming back, right?
I understand that. How did you guys get here?
I drove.
Okay, you drove everybody?
Yes.
How did she?
She's walking somewhere.
So she's on foot.
Yes.
Okay.
Where she went, I don't know. Like I said, I was pointed to the kids.
Gotcha. So
Can we go out here so that they're not listening to everything? Sorry, she's got anxiety.
well, you're fine. This officer is just gonna make sure to stay with them. Just give her a phone call. Our main concern is the kids. I can, whatever. She's got warrants. She's got charges with theft. I don't care. I want to make sure her kids are safe.
I will do that. Hey, I'm here with the officer. They want verbal consent that I can take the kids.
All right, just so you're aware, my name's Sergeant Williams, New York City Police Department. I only briefly spoke with my officer here, but it sounds like you just left your kids here after you committed a theft and decided to run away. So what we're going to do is we're going to file warrants for theft. We're going to file warrants for child endangerment for each one of your kids that you decided to abandon here, and then we're going to also charge you with contributing to the delinquency of a minor for a theft while in the presence of your kid. At this point, I appreciate your verbal consent. I'm not so sold on it. I can't verify who you are. I have no information for you. So all I have is a name and a phone number. So what I'm likely to do is I'm going to have to take the kids to Children's Services and have a legal guardian pick them up from there.
My best friend can't take them?
No. The easiest way for this whole thing to have went down is would you have got a piece of paper and a summons and showed up to a court date. Can't see who you are. You abandon your kids like this. No, I'm not one for favors or believing somebody who is willing to leave their kid to believe that these kids are theirs or who they are. So if you want to show back up and receive your paperwork and your summons for your future court date, I'm fine with that. Otherwise, no, children are going to go to Children's Services.
So if I show up, I'm just going to get a charge, I'm not going to go to jail?
Yeah, that's the whole plan. You get a summons, you have a court date, we verify who you are and make sure that you are the person that you say. We'll give you a summons for the theft, you'll be on your way.
Okay, well, I'm going to come back over there then.
Okay, that's probably for the best. I really don't want anything bad for your kids here, so.
Yeah, I just don't want to go to jail either. I didn't mean I wasn't trying anything wrong.
All right, I understand. We'll talk to you here in just a second.
Okay.
All right.
Now I do want to know honestly because I do have the kids. Is she going to jail?
I don't, if she shows up in the next reasonable amount of time, the only thing that prevents her from going to jail and not just being issued charges, does she have some crazy warrants that are
No,
still?
I don't know. I don't know
So
that she has warrants. I don't believe so.
Okay, so that's what prevents
It's
us.
only.
That's what prevents us with thefts like this from issuing someone a summons.
176.
Unless they're repeat offenders that we just deal with all the time, or just consistently have thefts across their record that we have to keep telling them to stop stealing the city. People walk out of here with summons.
Okay.
I mean, this would be like a fifth one today from here.
Okay, I'm just concerned because I do have the kids, and like I was telling him, the one has anxiety.
So
she can't do it.
I know, and it's terrible.
She does have 2 possible warrants for theft. Here's the deal: if she does come down here, likely if those are verified, we will have to make an arrest. But if she is here and we can verbally see, okay, this is her, we can release the kids to you.
But nothing's been verified yet. So on the very worst end of this, she has to go to jail and you get the kids because we're able to verify who she is and that she's okay to send the kids with you. Speaking to somebody over the phone, not being able to see their face, having no ID on them, not being able to verify, like, they've seen mom has seen them, like, yeah, that's my mom, yeah, that's my kids. Yeah. how do I just send somebody
I
away with
completely
kids?
understand.
So,
But I just want to be prepared because she's going
Yep.
to freak out, and like I said, I have to control
even
the
if,
kids.
And even if that's the case, we don't want to go and traumatize kids, right? So I can have you take kids to the car, but let her give them hugs. Say, hey, you're going to stay the night with you for a little bit. I have to go talk to somebody, and not even have them see her get put in handcuffs or in the back of a car or anything. We can deal with all of that. None of that is an issue for us. And that, again, is on the far worst side of things. On the other end, if the warrants are no good, then they're no good, and you all go home and she gets the paper summons and is out
I'm
here.
hoping that's how it goes.
And suspect is now back at Walmart. We're making contact with him.
Under Michigan compiled laws section 750.356, retail fraud is graded by the value of merchandise. A value below $200 constitutes third-degree retail fraud, a misdemeanor carrying up to 93 days. Officers correctly assess this as a misdemeanor level offense, making a summons the standard disposition under normal circumstances. Those circumstances changed the moment probation entered the equation. Under MCL section 771.4, a new offense while on probation eliminates the summons option entirely. A custodial arrest becomes legally mandatory, not a matter of officer discretion, but statutory required. On the child endangerment charge filed under MCL section 750.136b, the statute requires placing a child in unreasonable risk of harm. Because an adult known to the children Diana was present throughout, prosecutors ultimately determined the endangerment threshold was not met. The charge was dismissed. That outcome was legally sound. Abandonment in the legal sense requires absence of any responsible adult. The contributing to delinquency citation under MCL section 750.145 was legally arguable but strategically premature, citing 3 charges in rapid succession before facts were fully verified. Risks overstating jeopardy, a practice courts have flagged as potentially coercive in custodial contexts. Regarding child custody protocol, officers correctly required verified parental consent before releasing minors to Diana. A nonverbal gesture pointing at children while fleeing does not constitute lawful delegation of temporary guardianship under Michigan family law. Officers had no legal basis to release the children to an unverified adult without either parental voice confirmation or a children's services transfer. The subject's pre-arrest statements, admitting probation status, prior theft convictions, and the events at the register were made voluntarily before custodial arrest under Berkemer versus McCarty, 1984. Miranda warnings are not required during non-custodial field questioning, even when incriminating. Those statements were legally obtained and would be fully admissible. The subject's candor, while personally costly, was legally unprotected.
Contact with him. Yep. Now that you're here.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have ran. I should have just waited for you guys. I just got a little nervous, and
Yeah,
I've been in trouble for theft before. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
Gotcha.
I've been clean a year. You know, I've been out of jail a year. I haven't gotten any trouble.
Gotcha.
So I just got a little nervous, and I didn't know what to do. So
You don't have any weapons or anything
No.
on you?
Can I give-
You're
no.
not going to take off on us, anything
No,
like
no,
that?
no.
Okay. If you do, we'll
clearly
probably
it'll be
catch
another
you.
charge. Yeah.
So what we're going to have you do is they'll come out.
Yeah. Will you hold my phone?
Yes, I will
I'll
take
hang
it.
up on it.
So we do have your consent to let your friend
Whoop.
take all of your
How about
children.
not to the
Yeah.
road?
Okay.
Am I gonna be arrested?
Step over here.
I
You do have
stand
warrants for your
close
arrest
to
for
Yeah.
theft. So we're in the process of
I do have a warrant for my arrest.
We're in the process of verifying them with Franklin County. If you do have these warrants, you will be going to jail. And
Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have any warrants.
we're going to have to check. Have you ever missed a court date before for this stuff, or you just...
No, I've been done with court. I am on probation. I'll be honest with you.
Gotcha.
But I know when you pull up my name, it says it's a red mark by it. It says check docket for processing a payment.
What's your probation for? Is it also for theft?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way that we can cut this that you won't go to jail at least for tonight. Because even if these warrants come back and they're not good because of your priors, because you're on probation, I can't just release you with the summons. It will have to be jail tonight.
I will
Now-
take them overnight.
Why my mom can't take them?
I will take them.
Can I call?
Staying overnight.
Okay, I'm on probation. I'm gonna get a probation violation.
Right, and I understand that, but again, it sort of comes with the territory, right? You're an adult, you made an adult decision. There's not a whole lot more that I can do for you there, okay?
Do you know how long I should usually sit for this one probation violation? I mean, it's gonna be more than one, isn't it?
I don't know how this is gonna work. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm not an. Yeah, I'll let you make any phone calls that you want, but.
Deanna, I'm going to be in there for a long time. Can I write your phone number down?
We'll get phone numbers and
We'll get it
everything
all
for people you can contact.
Can she at least have the groceries that we're paying for?
Yes, we already got that situated.
What we're going to do at this point right now, I'm not going to put you in handcuffs at the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to let you tell your kids that they're going to be staying the night with her.
Or do you want me to just take them?
I want to tell them goodbye.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a moment to calm down because obviously we don't want to scare your kids or anything. We want them to come out and see mom as normal. So take a moment, collect yourself, and we'll have them come out, and then they're going to go with her, okay?
Okay, can you call my mom on your phone? My phone stays on her. Tell them I'm going to jail. I'm going to be in there for... Do you know how long do you think?
I don't know. So you say you have a probation for... Is it also theft?
Yeah, but it's from Delaware County, but it's been transferred here. I don't know how that works. I mean, I honestly wasn't trying to steal. I was waiting for them. Like, I even offered to pay for it. I mean, I know probably because I'm running this probably ways where you want to take me to jail. Mom, I'm going to jail. Because I was scanning stuff at Walmart. I honestly forgot to scan something because the kids were distracting me and they caught me. And because I'm on probation, they're taking me to jail. Mommy, I need...
Can you keep it down just a little bit? You're making the scene.
It's okay, I'm with Deanna. Deanna has the... Sorry. Deanna has the kids, but there's no way to get around it because I'm on probation. I'm going to end up having to spend a lot of time in jail. Mommy. No, Mommy, I need you right now.
So mom's not going to come out here. What we can do for you, I can take mom's phone number. You can give her a call from the jail. So just tell her what's going on and give me her phone number.
Please help me. Okay. All right. Please do. All right. I love you too. Bye. Your number. Can I finish my phone call real quick by chance? It's my boyfriend. He's in prison. I just want to let him know that I'm coming with you guys.
Give me his phone number. You can make a call.
I can't call him. He's in prison. Yeah. Can I just tell him goodbye and I love him? Like, please.
Okay.
A second.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off here because I think they're getting ready to put me in cuffs. But I need to say goodbye to the kids. Do you think it'll look good on me that I'm in rehab still and everything, and they might give me a second chance? All right, I love you. All right, bye. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm so mad at myself.
Talk to them and say whatever.
I'm not gonna be in there long. I hopefully promise. I don't know. All they did is I honestly forgot to scan a few items, girls, and I had the food stamps to pay for them, and it's gonna be okay, Sophia. It's gonna be okay. I'm sorry, guys. Let me stop crying. Deanna's gonna take you home with her, okay?
Girl, she's just got to go talk to somebody, and that's it. And then she'll be back to see you again. So
Now, if
not like she's going anywhere super far.
I love you guys. Stay strong. It's gonna be all right. I'm not in big trouble this time.
They verify.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, just turn around, put your hands behind your back. We're going to use several sets of cuffs on you. That way it's not super uncomfortable.
When people are cooperative, we try to use 2 sets of cuffs.
I probably won't be booked until like tonight, but
I will call whatever
right.
pops up.
Call my mom now and let her know.
Alrighty.
We're gonna go over here. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry, my mind is. I'm upset with myself. Like,
The lead officer receives a B+. Procedurally sound throughout accurate charge advisement, proper warrant verification, and a measured offer of the summons option before probation status was confirmed. The decision to delay handcuffing until children were clear reflects trauma-informed practice consistent with modern policing standards. deducted for premature enumeration of unverified charges on the phone call. The subject receives a C+. Flight upon confrontation converted a civil summons situation into a custodial arrest. Every adverse consequence in this encounter originated from that single decision. Credit given for voluntary return, full cooperation, and compliance during arrest actions that preserved the children's placement with Diana rather than Children's Services. Diana receives an A. Calm, accurate, and child-focused throughout an unanticipated situation. Her facilitation of the phone contact resolved the custody question and prevented a Children's Services intervention. 3 legal lessons from this encounter. First, probation status is a force multiplier for consequences. A misdemeanor summons becomes mandatory jail the moment a new offense occurs while on supervision. Second, flight always costs more than compliance. The subject's 9-0 second departure triggered child endangerment charges, warrant verification, and probation violation proceedings. Third, verbal consent has legal weight in field operations. Officers cannot and should not release minor based on assumption, gesture, or informal arrangement alone. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.